You ever had one of those moments where you look at your collection and you're amazed at how much you have? Well, look at what I've got since I last updated you. I'm having one of those moments. We got 22 Blu-rays and 8 DVDs here and a lot of box sets in those 30. Well, might as well get into it. First thing to show you from the DVD pile is Birds of Prey, the complete series set, even though this is actually only one season. I had heard kind of mixed things about this, but after looking at it, I thought that this was a pretty good show. Expect a review for this up shortly, mostly spoiler-free, but there'll be a few spoilers at the end. Yeah. I own the movie sort of spin-off to this, and it got me interested in checking out the TV series again, provided I get one of the earlier seasons minus the first two, and I got this one, The Simpsons. I got this because I got the 5th season, because it was just a random season, and I knew kind of to avoid the first two. That's what everyone's told me, but after that it's watching until you get tired of it, and I popped this in, had some good laughs to it, but with all the other comedy stuff I've got and all that, yeah, I'm not getting nowhere fast with that, but funny as ever. Now, the next one I got is, the first Saw movie. This is the one-disc theatrical edition, but the reason I'm getting it in this edition is because, well, for one, the Blu-ray doesn't have any extras, and to get every extra, I'm pretty sure you have to get both the theatrical and unedited versions of this and the second one, but after that you just get the Blu-rays for every movie. And I enjoyed the Saw movies. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but I thought the connecting storyline was pretty interesting. Yeah. More on my thoughts on the Saw movies at a later time. Expanding my collection, I had collection 6 of this. I now have Mythbusters collection 7. I aim to eventually get season sets though, but for now, getting more recent episodes is pretty entertaining. What episodes have we got here? We got Mini Myth Mayhem, Dumpster Diving, Anti-Acid Jailbreak, Unarmed, and Unharmed. Hidden Nasties, Boomerang Bullet, Soda Cap Killer, Dive to Survive, Spy Car Escape, and Bottle Bash. And of course, they usually tackle 2 or 3 myths per episode, so that's not all the myths right there. That's just the title of the episodes. Playing the Fanboy card here, a lot of you guys won't recognize this one. The 2012 World Series Champions film. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to explain it anymore, but if you do, kudos to you. Expanding the reality TV section here, I got The Amazing Race Season 7. Now, I know it's out of order, but hey, I wanted this in the collection. Don't bother spoiling to me the results of where Rob and Amber place, okay? I know where they place both here and in the All-Star season, okay? There's no point, and I know who won. But I'm still not watching this out of order. Now to my Survivor viewers out there who were looking at my Survivor DVD collection and like, why don't you have this season in your collection? This is one of the best seasons. You yourself said you liked it. Well, thanks to my mom and stepfather, I finally got it in the collection. Reduced to only 1 keep case and 5 discs, I got what many consider to be one of the best, if not the best, Survivor season of all time. HVV, yeah. Yeah, I love this season. Sure, there were bits that make you frown upon, your favorite or most memorable people and all that, but in ways that helped the season. There were blind sides everywhere, people fighting to stay in the game. We got some great fights. We have minorities doing their best to fight the majorities. Great comebacks with tribes on immunity challenges. A pretty interesting merge. And okay, winner. I think that winner's previous game was the better game, but Hey, that's the way it comes with me, it seems, mostly when it's good Survivor seasons. I really enjoyed the season, but I think the ultimately most deserving person falls just short. Alright, next up, expanding my collection of this show and the first edition of it on Blu-ray, I got The Office Season 7. I know this is generally where people say that The Office has completely gone down. I really wouldn't know. I've only seen the first 5 seasons, and it's been over 2.5 years since I saw them, so I'm going to start over again. At least that's my thinking right now. I'm going to acquire seasons 8 and 9 at some point. And I'm looking forward to having a blast with this, and then we'll see after Season 5 if I think the show continues to go down, because yeah, Season 5 really moved away from the comedy aspect. It was more on the storyline, which I kind of liked, but at the same time I didn't. So, we'll see. Okay. Now, I wasn't expecting this to be the best movie. I was hoping that I would really like it because I wanted to get into the entire franchise that this movie sort of relaunched and revived a lot of people's interest in. I went into theaters, and when I came out, I was just amazed at this movie, and it's taking me so flippin' long to have a proper edition of this movie, even though it's been out for 2.5 years. But now that I have it and have gotten several DVDs or Blu-rays of other parts in this movie's franchises, I'm really glad to add it. What am I talking about? J.J. Abrams' new Star Trek movie. Yeah, I love this movie. Haven't seen it in a while though, so I'm hoping that it still has some good memories when I review it. And I heard that they're finally making the sequel to this. I'm like, it's about flippin' time. I was beginning to think that you weren't gonna do it, and you were really running out of time to do it. No, we're not done. I think we're just barely halfway, if even that. Now, this next one is going to make a lot of you go, why the hell do you have this? This movie blows. It's the worst in its entire franchise, if you even count this as part of the franchise. Well, first of all, I do count it as part of the franchise, and I actually don't think it's the worst. Yes, it's way subpar to a couple of the others, but I actually relatively enjoyed this. I cared about the human characters in here a lot more. I thought the alien characters, minus one problem with the main villain alien, were very interesting. Yes, the landing on here was bad, but I still found it to be an enjoyable time. It's probably 7 out of 9 currently. What am I talking about? I'll end the suspense. AVPR. Yeah, I'm not somebody who hates this movie. It's not good. I'd probably rate it, honestly, 3 stars on Amazon because that's what it deserves to be, even though I think I do like this slightly better than other things that I would rate 3 stars. This is one of the products that you, give a lower rating than you actually like. That is kind of like Top Shot Season 4, where I give it a better rating than I would personally give it, because sometimes your critique and personal levels interchange and aren't equal. And what movies do I consider kind of to be worse than this, based on when I last viewed the movies, having only seen them once, and that was a long time ago? Alien Resurrection and Predator 2. And I actually liked Alien 3 because I saw the extended edition. Okay, this next movie is one that I had on DVD, but I wanted it in proper high def because I really liked this movie. The Invisible. Now, I was hoping that this would fix a problem that I had from my DVD, where certain scenes that really helped the movie, examples are a longer chase scene where Annie is trying to run out of the school, where she visits a graveyard, where Nick is in a hospital talking to a patient that's having the same experience as he has, and 2 scenes involving Nick's friend Pete. I was hoping that this Blu-ray would have those scenes cut back into the movie, because I first saw the movie on here, and I was hoping that, of course, that they would be back in, because having seen what the movie is like without those scenes, I consider the versions that I've seen on here to be superior, because they all have those in. Well, they're all on the deleted scenes section, but they're not in the movie. So I'm currently in the process of burning the DVD of that cut of the movie just so I can have it, even though I'm going to keep this. This looks awesome on Blu-ray. Changing the order here. Now, to expand on the Saw collection, Saw 6, which is the best movie of the second trilogy. The second trilogy, of course, being 4, 5, and 6. This movie was awesome. 4 was nice for a first viewing, but I think it's kind of meh after that first viewing. And 5 was god-awful. Oh my god. It sucked. Watchmen, the director's cut on Blu-ray. I got this because I needed to get all the special features. To get everything, you get the director's cut on Blu-ray, and then you should be fine with getting the DVD or Blu-ray or the Ultimate Cut. I don't have the Blu-ray for the Ultimate Cut yet because it's out of print, and I don't really feel like shilling $80+ for it when I've already shilled out about half that trying to buy my other editions of the movie. Oh, and which cut do I think is better, directors or Ultimate? Personally, I think directors, even though I haven't seen it, because I don't really think Tales of the Black Freighter adds everything, but the newsstand scenes are helpful. I got Serenity, and just so you guys know, I haven't actually seen Firefly, and I didn't know that this was a sequel to Firefly until I looked it up on Wikipedia. Although I did get the feeling that there was a certain amount of story that had happened in this movie. What did I think about it? I found it to be a pretty good laugh, and actually pretty darn well done, and I'm eagerly looking forward to checking out Firefly. The only reason I didn't pick it up when I got all this stuff was because I was out of money. And no, I didn't buy all of this over the holidays. I bought about 10 of these items before the holidays. Now, moving into some of the last summer's blockbusters. This one is one of 3 that I didn't see in theaters, but was the one I kind of wanted to see the most out of all 5. And unfortunately, because money was tight, I couldn't view it, and I had to wait 5 long months before I could actually get this on Blu-ray. I finally did, and then I put it in the player, and oh man, was it worth the wait. Hell of an awesome movie. Definitely beats out its predecessor, and possibly even beats the first one in the franchise, because I'm one of the few who thinks the second movie in this trilogy is the worst, even though I really do like that movie. What could I be talking about other than The Dark Knight Rises? Yeah. I love this movie when I first viewed it, and I also picked up the novelization for this movie and its 2 predecessors, so I've got officially Nolan Batman Mayhem. That's the extent of what I own, and I'm pretty sure that'll be all I get, minus the steelbook of this, or if the complete trilogy, that has additional features. Because I really want the steelbook to this, it was just coincidence I got the regular edition, it wasn't my choice. Another one of the free summer blockbusters that I didn't see, but I heard tons of good things about that, and having seen all but one of the movies in this franchise, and quite honestly, it's the one that everyone says you can afford to miss, I knew I had to pick it up, got a gift card for Target, and I finally picked up The Avengers. That's right, I haven't seen The Avengers yet, even though I've heard tons of good things about this, and come on, it didn't make 3rd highest grossing movie currently for nothing. So I'm hoping that that'll be a blast. Now, this summer blockbuster I did see in theaters, but I could tell that this is something I want to get on Blu-ray. Once I finally found a copy of it in a video store near where I live, with the slipcover no less, I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's $23, but I'll pay for it. The Amazing Spider-Man. I saw this in the theater, and I just loved this. I could tell right there. In my mind, it puts the other three movies to shame, even though I don't totally mind them, but they do have their problems. So what are the other two? Prometheus, which I saw in theater, and Men in Black 3. The only reason I mentioned that on the list is because I've seen the other two before it. Oh, and no, I haven't seen the new Total Recall movie or the old one. Moving on to box sets here. Man, I've been going for a while, haven't I? Well, thanks, Mom, for the eBay gift card. This knocked out almost all of the money in purchasing this. What am I talking about? Lord of the Rings, the trilogy box set, extended edition on Blu-ray. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings guy, but I saw the theatrical cuts for these movies and I liked them, and I didn't want to hate on to that stupid theatrical DVD of Fellowship of the Ring. So I figure if I'm going to own these movies, let's own them proper. And I don't know how the heck I'm going to actually get through watching anything on here, because just the movies alone tackle 2 separate discs, even though they're both Blu-rays. Oh man. But hey, I wanted it. I got it. Now this next edition doesn't deserve an introduction, but I bet it'll make a few of you jealous if you haven't already got it. The Alien Anthology. Yeah. I had to sell my quadrilogy set because money was tight, and I figure I'm not going to get the quadrilogy again. I'm going to own it in the best edition possible, and I'm glad to have this. Haven't gotten into it yet. I've just checked the box out, but it's a pretty cool box, and I can tell I'm going to get a lot out of this. I'm really looking forward to watching all 4 movies again and seeing if my opinion of them still holds up. Now, bear with me on this because the price tag is obnoxious. Planet Earth on Blu-ray. Now, the price tag here says $72. Do you really think I paid that much? No. I paid $19.99 plus tax. Owned! Because I only paid about a third of what this is actually supposed to be. Yeah. Expanding on my Star Trek collection, I got the Next Generation Motion Picture Collection on Blu-ray. Apparently this is the best way to get the engine movies. It improves on those gray boxes with 2 discs for each movie, and no, apparently these movies don't have extended cuts, but the original series movies do. I've heard that the transfers on this are bad quality, but I don't have the best high-def TV, and personally, I haven't really noticed a bad Blu-ray transfer yet, so we'll see how that goes. We're getting close to the end here. I've only got 2 groups left because it's 2 different TV series. Well, I mentioned that I'm a big fan of the first season of this show, so I figured it was high time we get the rest. Hero Season 1, why not show it again? Hero Season 2. Hero Season 3. And finally, Hero Season 4. A lot of people say that after the first season, the quality of the show dropped down considerably. Well, we're going to find out just how much it did drop. Although I bet I'm going to watch the first season again because it's been a while, and I'm really hoping that it's still very interesting the second time around. But I'm still going to wait out as long as I can because you know of how tight the story is, and I know a bit of the mystery now. Alright, now, finally, these last 5 Blu-rays are all part of a re-imaged series based on a 60s classic series that got cancelled after a single season. I've watched a couple of episodes of that, and I actually own the DVD edition of it, and thought it was interesting, but I got introduced to this, and I got hooked instantly. Given the fact that it was actually able to complete its run, I can tell it has a lot more story to it. It's one of those series as well, if you miss one episode, you are lost completely. No, I don't really mind the changes that they make to this because, hey, it's a different generation, people want different stuff from a TV series. What am I talking about other than the re-imaged Battlestar Galactica. Season 1. Season 2, which should also have the episodes from 2.5. Season 3. Season 4, which should also have the 4.5 episodes. And, of course, The Plan. I haven't seen Caprica minus about an episode and a half of it. Didn't really care for it. It was cool to watch, but I didn't understand the story because it wasn't starting episodes, and I hadn't seen much of this at the time. But that was a long time ago. And I'm looking forward to going through all this. I've actually seen the first season of this, but that was 2 years ago, so a bunch of details have undoubtedly slipped my mind, and I'm really looking forward to checking this out. Oh my, how long was this? Holy crap. Well, here's the whole group. That stack, a small stack there, a stack there, there, the office there, and that's the flap thing that was on the back of this, but it was falling off, so I just took it off. Bye.